Classic, adrenaline pumping, Robotron's hot sister. These are all terms that can be used to describe Smash TV for the Super Nintendo. I bought this game when it came out and have kept it ever since. Every once in a while I bust it out and play it again, and each time it never fails to be enjoyable. I think it says something when a game can last that long. You're a contestant on a violent game show. The goal is to shoot everything they throw at you and avoid getting pinned down. It matches the gameplay style of another classic game, Robotron. It's no accident since they were both created by the same guy, Eugene Jarvis. In this old interview, he describes the appeal of the game.
The cool thing of that dynamic is it's a confinement. It's a sense of being trapped and surrounded with no escape. And that was kind of the cool thing in Smash TV is you're sitting
seeing
there,
your whole world.
You see everything out there that you have to kill, and then they're just converging on you from all sides, and you just have this feeling of entrapment and this collapse upon you, and you have to somehow flee, work with the flow, somehow just blast your way through this mass and get out.
The design of the Super Nintendo controller is perfect for this game. You move with the D-pad, and choose your shooting direction with the 4 main buttons on the right side of the controller. Holding 2 buttons at once allows you to shoot diagonally. It has a natural feel to it. You'll never find yourself complaining about control issues. The game has 3 stages, which may seem short, but each one is a collection of rooms, and each room lasts a long time. There are different paths you can take through each stage, and there's also a handful of secret rooms that don't show up on the map. One of the things that makes the game appealing is that it's filled with attitude. The host of the show has some memorable lines.
Total carnage! I love it! I'd buy that for $1. Good luck! You'll need it. Big money! Big prizes! I love it!
And getting an extra man brings forth one of the most common words of the 1990s. It's a small thing, but it always brings a smile to my face. The game also seems to poke fun at consumer culture, having you collect an excessive amount of VCRs and toasters, and then in dramatic fashion having them piled up and tallied at the end of each stage. By the way, the TVs you win are 2600 inches, which is likely a shout out to Atari fans. Making the game even more fun is the fact that it has 2-player co-op. New strategies become possible in this mode. You can combine your efforts in one corner, or you could try splitting up the enemies by positioning players on opposite sides of the room. If one player is in trouble, you can send cover fire toward them. It's a great game to have when you have a friend come over. When they ported the arcade game to the Super Nintendo, they didn't try to make it arcade perfect. Instead, they inserted the word Super in the title and gave the game a makeover, so to speak. I've played the emulated arcade version on Midway Arcade Treasures for the PS2, and it looks, sounds, and plays worse. They did sanitize some of the violence, and the host no longer peeps down at the women beside him. The high number of kills per minute is still there though. In fact, it probably has the highest number of kills per minute of any game out there. What's amazing is that despite all the activity on the screen, the game rarely slows down, even in 2-player mode. This is one fantastically programmed game. The only complaint that's worth mentioning is that in order to get the best outcome at the end of the game, you have to collect a certain number of keys along the way. You also have to find 5 secret prizes. It's a small-scale fetch quest that's deemed unnecessary due to the fact that you're probably not going to make it through the entire game anyway. Even with all the practice I've had over the years, I always seem to run out of continues during the middle of the Cobra boss battle, close to the end of the 3rd stage. If anyone is anxious to see the ending, there are cheat codes, but I recommend just playing the game the way it was intended. It's more intense when you know you're going to lose. In the end, Smash TV is such a great game that owning it should be a requirement if you have a Super Nintendo. It exemplifies everything that's great about the 16-bit era. A concentration on gameplay, a ton of attitude, and an unlimited amount of fun. I love it!